Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu. For you guys, the Sunday Evening Cup Series, the grand final, well not necessarily grand finals, this is a finals, it's not a grand finals, it's only grand finals if you have a loser's bracket, which we do not have here because that's a lot of work, and that takes a lot of time, and we only got about 5 hours to do this tournament, and we want this to get done in a timely fashion. So anyway, my name is, like I said, my name is CulBlu. For you guys, the Sunday Evening Cup Series sponsored by North American DotA, as you guys can see slapped all around the screen. I'm actually going to go ahead and hide that. I have been forgetting to hide that, which sucks because that means you guys have been missing like some of the details on screen, but hopefully it's not too bothersome to you guys. I will have to remember to turn that back on, which I might not remember to. But these guys did say go ahead and go, so we're gonna go ahead and go a little bit earlier than what was originally planned. We see bands all around thrown out. We see a Trim Protective band, we see a Visage band, we also see a Wisp, and we see a Darkseer band. So pretty much standard bands with the side of Visage and Wisp. Visage and Wisp are kind of situational bands. Wisp can get out of hand if you let somebody get that Wisp to level 6. She can pretty much just show up from nowhere and kill everything, with of course a lot of help from whoever she's bringing with her. Visage, we actually saw a game where he just went out of control, basically just soul assumptions everywhere. Soul assumptions here, soul assumptions there, soul there, soul everywhere, soul assumption, ultimate down, or sorry, wrong song. But soul assumptions dishing out everywhere, just doing crap ton of damage, and also that Grave Cupid's cloak just keyed him so survivable for like the first 5 hits, which is usually like the most important hits, because once you figure out you're getting hit, you try to run away. So as far as first picks, we see a first pick on Battery, we also see a first pick up on Tiny. I'm actually pretty interested to see a carry Tiny without a Wisp. You usually hear about Tiny Wisp, but Tiny can still carry without a Wisp. He can actually carry maybe even an Ogre Magi would match up with him well. That Bloodlust will just help him out so much, especially once he hits his stride. Has Aghanim Scepter up, has level 16, just doing all the damage in the world. Crystal Maiden is picked up as well. She'd be a really nice person to mesh with Tiny in the team fight stage. Basically, she can throw out a Frostbite, and Tiny can follow up with the stun, or it can happen the other way around. I don't know, many things can happen. Crystal Maiden all around, in my personal honest opinion, she can be one of the most useful people on your team, or she can be one of the most useless people on the team. It depends on how you play her. It depends on what position she gets in. If she has bad positioning, she's gonna die pretty darn fast. Because she does move extremely slow, which is what everybody complains about. And after she's like level 5 or after like level 4, then she's not useful all that much. As useful as she was before. Lifesteal is banned out by the... Oh man, hold on, who is this? This is the League of Respectable Gentlemen versus Stay Free. So Stay Free are banning out the Crystal Maiden, or are banning out the Lifestealer. League of Respectable Gentlemen do ban out that Puck. They don't want to face that at all. Puck is annoying to deal with. I definitely agree. That Illusionary Orbit does more damage than it seems it does. It's like level 1 it does like 10 damage, and level 2 it does 1,000 damage. It's like, what is the scaling on this thing? So pretty darn scary to deal with the Puck. So they're going to ban it out. There's also a ban on Clockwork, who does really well versus Tiny, I guess. He does really well versus Tiny. Basically grapple in and throw out his Battery Assault and just stand there and let Tiny try to do what he can versus him. Tiny won't have that good of a time going up against him at all. Kunkka's banned out as well by the League of Respectable Gentlemen. They did go against a Kunkka last time, and they did prosper versus it, but he did give him a hell of a time. And I honestly don't think Stay Free would have went for him. Maybe League of Respectable Gentlemen are scouting out Stay Free's most commonly picked, or maybe they saw a few of the games they played last time and said, oh, you guys play this, you guys played that, so we're going to go ahead and ban out the one that we know that you guys want to go for. And that's apparently the Kunkka.
5 seconds remaining.
So 5 seconds remaining, and the time to get picked up on this last person, and the reserve time will be getting used. First tick of reserve time used by Stay Free. They're gonna go ahead and go for what they can. I think they might be able to get something out of this. Come on, pick something interesting. Pick up a Ogre Magi. Come on. Make CulBlu sound right. It's kind of hard to tell who they're gonna be going for. I can't really tell much from the lineup. I mean, there's a Tiny, there's a Crystal Maiden. They can pretty much go for anything. Tiny doesn't lock them down to anything. Crystal Maiden doesn't lock them down to anything at all. She's just a general support. And they go for a Morphling. Oh my gosh, we might be seeing a mid Morphling, which I have seen before, and it was pretty darn sick. Of course, they obviously won, but typically nowadays Morphling has fallen out of favor as opposed to earlier in his life in Dota 2, where he was just like the pickup. Morphling and who else? Morphling and Enigma. It's just basically you pick Morphling, you pick Enigma, and you win the game. It's kind of like today's Gyrocopter and Magnus. Well, yesterday's Magnus, today's Batrider. I don't know. It's a different flavor of the week. It's all a different thing. Magnus So powerful his ulti. He's still in the pool, actually. They could pick him up. League of Respectable Gentlemen could definitely pick him up and go for that more teamfight presence. But at the end of the day, who are they going to pick up for their carry? Who are they going to pick up for their suicide? I mean, Batrider, he can run the suicide, but more than likely we'll see him in the jungle. He has been reduced to that jungle role. And that means that the League of Respectable Gentlemen are going to be going for both a mid and also a suicide. So, I don't know. Maybe they're going to run Batrider's mid. Who really knows? Nobody knows. But Morphling versus Batrider, I don't know. I honestly can't tell you guys anything intelligent that could happen out of that matchup. I mean, Sticky Napalm versus Waveform. That's really all I can say. It would seem that the Morphling pickup by Stay Free has thrown off the League of Respectable Gentlemen, which is perfect because that gives me enough time to actually go ahead and look at the brackets once again so you guys can see what is going on, what games are we watching. We are watching these ones right here, the final, the grand final, League of Respectable Gentlemen versus Stay Free. And I hear Prophet was picked up. Oh boy, we're going to be seeing that Prophet. Press R Prophet, that's what we're going to be seeing on the side of League of Respectable Gentlemen. Will they be going for that global strat? I don't really know. Lifesteal is not really there, so it's not really much of a global strat. They could still go for Nyx Assassin, who's still in the pool, surprisingly. Wow, he actually made it this far. He could potentially get picked up by, oh my gosh, I like him. Holy crap, I honestly have zero clue what Stay Free you're going to be going for, but this is some unorthodox type of strategy. Lycan, he used to be one of those main pickups back in the days of earlier Dota 2, not really all that far back, but maybe like, I don't know, 8 months ago. But nowadays, you don't see him picked up all that much. And then when you do see him picked up, typically when you do see him picked up, he's either destroying the crap out of everything or just being there just to be a nuisance. And either way, he still has a presence in the fight because his howl helps out as far as damage goes to towers. His wolves can scout out things around the corner. He can actually just show up and just kill all your people in like 3 hits, especially once he gets a basher and just kills everything.
Reserve time.
And they pick up, oh my gosh, a Slaughter pickup. I honestly don't know what to think of this so far. There's a Slaughter, so a Slaughter, a Lycan, and a Morphin walk into a bar. That's all I have to say. Those are like the three picks that you don't typically see, or I don't typically see in matchups. Of course, this is a best of 3, like I said before, so these guys can go for something risky if they really want to, and they still have one other game to actually go for afterwards. And I hear messages coming in. This is not good. Messages are bad.
Reserve time.
Anyway, so the head admin just contacted me, so I had to give him like a report on all the stuff that just happened. And I was telling you guys about it earlier. If you guys don't know what I'm referring to, you guys have obviously not watched these videos in order. Shame on you. Shame on you. But definitely go check out the other videos. I did talk about extensively the first one, the second one, the third one. I think I mentioned it a few times because something else happened. But whatever. All that aside, we are here in this game, and I've seen, like I said, I've seen the Slaughter, or we see the Slaughter pickup, we see the Lycan pickup, and I have not a clue what this guy's really going to be going for. What kind of strategy they're going to be going for. Slaughter is really good at ganking, yes. And Prophet will be able to show up with the ganks as well. And Batrider, he's just a gank, or he's all gank he's all gank oriented. So they could be going for a heavy gank strat and try to just kill the push strat that the Radiant are possibly going for with a Lycan plus a Tiny. And actually, Stay Free banned out the Lina. So Lina, they don't want to see her mess up anything. And we got a Vengeful Spirit banned out as well. Honestly, the League of Respectable Gentlemen needs some form of hard stun, and they got that in the form of Slaughter and Batrider. So Batrider can shut down Lycan whenever he pops his ulti. And Slaughter, he can throw out his... I think Slaughter's stun now goes through BKB. Not too sure. And there's Enigma pickup. Holy crap. They didn't pick up Magnus. They picked up Enigma instead. Oh man, this is interesting. Maybe they're going for a... yeah, they're definitely going for a push strat if I haven't ever seen one. Basically, Lycan is probably going to be going for a Necro Book. We might be seeing Enigma go for a Necro Book as well, but he's going to be having his Eidolons. Lycan's going to have his Wolves plus his Necro units, and he's going to throw out a Howl, and everything's going to be dying all around the map. And Morphling can get a Replicate as well to just help out with the damage that's dealing out or getting dished out around the map. It's going to be a heavy push strat. It's probably not the most. Actually, honestly, it's like a 40% chance it's actually going to be a heavy push strat on the side of Stay Free, which is on the dire side. But it could still be a push strat. It's still something to consider. Or they could just be going for a standard, we don't want you to have Enigma to stop our Lycan type thing, but they can just pick up a Magus. So what will they be going for is a big question. It would seem that legal respectable gentlemen are taking their sweet time thinking of this. They have 9 seconds to actually think about it. They have no more time left. 6, 5, 4, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Somebody needs to pull the trigger. And they pull the trigger on the Nyx assassin who made it all the way to the last pick. This is going to be heavily interesting. They're going to be relying on a carry Prophet or carry Slaughter. And honestly, Slaughter is not one of the best carries in the world.
Dire structures are fortified.
And dire structures are fortified. Oh jeez. Oh god. Oh god. They might be needing that, but they don't know. So anyway, dire structures are fortified at the start of the game. We saw that happen. We got the whole entire Radiant side our smoke that they're gonna be going for a quick gank inside the jungle. They're gonna be probably trying to see if they can find Lycan in the jungle, or maybe find somebody, or sorry, Enigma in the jungle, or maybe find the mid just out a little bit too far, or find the evasion coming in their jungle. But there will be Lycan wolves marching the ways on into the forest. Those things move at 400 movement speed, which is actually pretty fast. Oh man, or they could be going for a level 1 Roshan. No, they can't. No. No way. No way. They're going to be going for a level 1 Roshan. Are you kidding me? I don't know. It's possible. It's possible that the Dire would be going for a level 1 Roshan, but highly unlikely because Lycan, he can throw his Howl, and that'll be really nice. But Enigma has his Eidolons and uses Eidolons on what? Because you can no longer use your Eidolons on the Enigma, or you can no longer use your conversions on the Wolves of Lycan. They basically changed that. You used to be able to, but you can't do it anymore because it's just a little bit too powerful. I don't know, DotA logic, that's all I have to say. And here we go, the second round of Lycan Wolves running into the jungle, trying to see what they can find. Scouting out again, second set of scouts coming in. Go Wolves, go!
The battle begins.
And they'll be scouting things out. So let me go ahead and do introduction. Start off with this Slaughter. We see Shredder on that Slaughter, moving over to Urkel, Eric, I don't know what you want to call it. How do you pronounce that? On that Nyx assassin, on this Batroid, we see Jenkins, not Leroy, but just Jenkins. Same thing, close enough. On this Nature's Prophet, we see Legend Scary on him, and last but not least for the Radiant side, that is, we see Avanti on that Shadow Demon. And I honestly fear for League Respectable Gentlemen. I think they're gonna have a hard time. Meanwhile, we see Chris Maiden with the Illusion Rune. She has a PPD on the Chris Maiden. Meanwhile, we got Batroid in a little bit of trouble. He has Sticky Napalm as opposed to his Firefly. He could potentially go for a kill on top of Tiny. He's going to continue to throw as much as he possibly can. He might be able to finish off, but no, Chris Maiden able to just help him out. That Illusion Rune just biting, or just making sure that Batroid decides not to run up into that. Batroid's going to come back in. Sticky Napalm does wear out. He's going to throw as many Sticky Napalm as possible. Here's a stun coming up from Tiny. Tiny's not level 2 just yet, but he might be able to get the kill. Batroid, if only those stacks would have stayed, he would have definitely been able to finish off the Tiny. Oh man, it's Heard Thunder. Continuing with the introduction, start off with this Tiny. We see Dignitas at Sneaky DotA, or Sneaking DotA. I've actually seen the name before. I can't for life of me tell from where. But I've seen the name before. He is on that Tiny. Moving over to the Crucible Maiden, we see PPD on that Crucible Maiden. Over on the bottom on this Lycan, we see Mudma on that Lycan. On this Enigma in the jungle, just hanging out with his Eidolons. Look at all the damage that they're doing. That's right, 20 plus 4. That's a lot of damage, guys. That's not a lot of damage. I mean, when you add it up, it's a lot of damage. On this Enigma, we see Inso on him. And last but not least, on this Morphling. Wow. Never mind, there's only one. On this Morphling, we see ColTralf. Jesus. ColTralf. Phonetics, guys. I was never good at it. Tralf. Yes, let's call him Tralf. Meanwhile, Barrett's taking crap to the damage. He gets tossed back right towards Chris Maiden. Chris Maiden throws out a Frostbite as well, and he burns the Frost away. He gets a kill on top of Chris Maiden, actually. And he might be able to make it out from Tiny. Tiny's trying to see if he can get him. Oh my gosh, Barrett might be able to pick up the Courier. That'll be huge for him, but he won't be able to get it. Tiny throws out a toss, and Nyx assassin comes out with the Impale. Beautiful Impale, beautiful timing coming out from Nyx assassin, and Tiny's going to go ahead and run away while he can. Courier doesn't know where to go. He's drunk right now, and there's an Enigma picking up a Sage's Mask. And yeah, he just picks up a Sage's Mask. Just a casual Sage's Mask. The assassin might be able to pick up the Courier. He can't get the Courier. The Courier's a little bit too far away. Region Room picked up by Tiny. He's pretty happy about everything. And there's more damage from Lycan. Free damage, guys. That is a free 30. Wow. Really? 30 damage? What? Hold on. It's 30 damage to yeah. Okay, it's 30 damage to sorry, at this level, it's 30 damage to the heroes and 8 damage to the minions, which is actually really nice. Especially for Enigma to farm in the jungle, he can farm that much faster. I heard Nick's Assassin throw in a mana burn. I don't know who he threw it on, but he threw it on somebody. Assassin worry. He threw his mana burn on top of probably Tiny. But Tiny doesn't have a whole bunch of intelligence, honestly. And there's a Batrider getting caught out once again. He might be going out. Firefly coming out for him. No Firefly just yet. Batrider taking a lot of damage. He's going ahead and takes the damage and uses bottle charges. And we got a dual mid versus dual mid. Tiny's in a lot of trouble. He has 4 sticky napalm stacks. He's pretty much going to be going now. He throws out a toss and it's on the wrong person. Chrismana throws out her frostbite, and she's able to get the kill on top of that Tiny. Or sorry, she's able to get the kill on top of Batrider. But Batrider, did Batrider get a kill on top of Tiny, or did Tiny just die? I can't tell. I couldn't read it fast enough. See, Tiny got a kill on Batrider, and Batrider got killed by Crystal Maiden, and then Crystal Maiden killed Batrider. What? Oh no, okay, here we go. Crystal Maiden killed Batrider, and then Tiny died. Okay, so Batrider didn't get any of that. He didn't get any of the XP. He didn't get any of the. He got a little bit of the gold. I mean, it's split among 2 people, but he didn't get much of it. Slaughter is going to be going for what looks to be a armlet first or phase boost. It could be either one. Kind of hard to tell, but he does have the blades of his hack up, which actually be really nice to see an armlet up on Slaughter. The classic, I guess, classic Slaughter I play. You know, for me, everything is classic. Everything is a classic play. And Enigma's just hanging out jungle. Soul Ring is up on him. That was his item that he was going for. First big item that he went for was the Soul Ring. Lycan just hanging out down bottom, trying to farm where he can. His wolves, he can't throw them back up if he wants to. We got a big engagement happening mid. Tiny needs to be extremely careful. Batrider needs to be extremely careful as well, because one toss from Tiny into the tower, and that's a dead Batrider. That's a dead bat. Courage has bought Tiny his bottle back. Bottle come back. And Tiny tosses forward the Crystal Maiden. Who needs a Blink Dagger when you have a Tiny and Batrider taking all the damage in the world? He might be going down. One more attack. He goes down to the Tiny. Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden is trying to do as much damage as possible can to Nick's Assassin. She's walking inside the fire. Probably not where she wants to be standing right now, but that fire is lasting for freaking ever. Jeez, is it really still there?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It won't go away. There we go. It finally goes away. Tiny tosses the Crystal Maiden forward. This is like a crazy combination. I've actually honestly never seen this before. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's happened to me and I haven't been paying attention, but who needs a Blink Dagger when you have a Tiny plus a Crystal Maiden? That combination is working out so well. I definitely see what they're up to now. Crystal Maiden gets tossed forward by Tiny. Tiny just Crystal Maiden gets tossed forward by Tiny, and then Crystal Maiden throws out the frostbite on top of whoever it was that gets tossed. Anyway, Batrider is able to make it out of that alive, but Tiny does go down. Batrider is just barely able to survive. 4 HP. 4 whole HP. But Tiny almost got the kill. I think Crystal Maiden's last auto attack missed. Either that or he just didn't do that much damage. Possible it missed. Nick's Assassin throws out an Impale, just barely missing that Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden turns around, throws out a Frostbite. Mana burnt by the Nick's Assassin. And I think Nick's Assassin is going to be spending a lot of time mid. A lot of time mid. Because Batrider can't really handle the Tiny Crystal Maiden combination. Basically, Crystal Maiden can initiate from wherever she wants to. Tiny tosses Crystal Maiden forward. Crystal Maiden throws out a Frostbite. Tiny waltzes on or derps on up, throws out a Avalanche, and that's pretty much free. What is that? A whole bunch of seconds of stun. It's pretty much a free. Wow, 1 second stun. It hits in different intervals. I think it hits in like 4 intervals. So 4 second stun from that, or is that just 2 second stun? It hits in 2 waves or something like that. Tiny gets stunned around the backside. Batrider gets his ulti off on top of Tiny. Tiny might be in a little bit of trouble. There's no way that these guys can actually catch up to him. Tiny turns around, throws out his stun, and Batrider gets 4 or 5 sticky napalm stacks, and that's a lot of damage. Look at all the damage in the world. Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden is going to be getting cut out as well. She's trying to run away while she can. She is burnt up, and she's getting all the sticky napalm stacks in the wall thrown on top of her. She will be going down. Look at all the auto attacks damage coming out from Batrider. Batrider will be going down to the tower, though. He won't be able to make it out alive. And Nick's Assassin is slowly scurrying away. Nick's Assassin did pick out the kill on top of that Crystal Maiden, but Batrider did get the XP from all that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Prophet's hanging on top. Enigma has a whole bunch of Eidolons to his army, and he gets a few more around the backside. Lycan did not pop his Howl just yet, but if he does pop his Howl, that'll be a lot of damage getting done. And I think I just got a message. I don't know if I just got a message. Can't tell. Lycan about to be loses bottom tower, though. That's one big thing to point out. And I did get something. Anyway. Nothing important, nothing to bother you guys with, of course. So Tiny building himself those power charge, probably going to be going for Arc. Oh, I honestly would like to see Arcane Boots on Tiny. Sometimes what I've seen a Tiny go for Arcane Boost and then go for a Blink Dagger and then start going for the Dagger Interceptor and then start transitioning to that more carry style Tiny. But at this point in time, I think he might. Honestly, no, it doesn't matter. He's having a good time. We got Nick Assassin coming in. He's going to go for all the damage on the wall on top of Morphin. Morphin not able to react fast enough. Nick Assassin burning the mana of Enigma, so no ulti for you. He can actually use his ulti. He pops the Soul Ring, and he's going to go ahead and throw out the ulti. Catching two beautiful ulti coming out from Enigma. He gets the kills on Nick Assassin. He might be able to get the kills on Prophet as well. Dad Howl is all I have to say, guys. Dad Howl. Oh man, Lycan helping out his ally. Just like he just knew it. That's an additional 12 damage per minion, and Enigma had like at least 6 Eidolons there. At least 6 Eidolons. Wait, hold on, that's how many he can make. Never mind. He had 6 Eidolons there. So 6 times, or at most 6 Eidolons. So 6 times 12, whatever that number is. That's a lot of damage. 66 plus 6. 74? No, 72. 72 damage. Extra every time the Shadow Wave a volley, that was 72 damage, plus the damage that they do by themselves. So 72 bonus damage. And look, another Howl. So like I was saying before, the pushing power on the side of darn, what's the name? Stay Free. The pushing power on the side of Stay Free is actually pretty darn strong. They can basically use Lycan plus Enigma, and one Tiny gets his Ag Interceptor. They can push out any tower they want. They can push out any tower whenever they want. And there's nothing these guys can really do about it, especially considering the fact that Crystal Maiden is still relevant. Typically, at this point in time, you see Crystal Maiden, run around doing supporty type things like placing more wards here or there, and just trying to avoid fights as much as you possibly can. And we got Enigma coming into the jungle. Or sorry, Nick Assassin coming to the jungle. He will be getting caught out. Crystal Maiden throws out her Frostbite, throws out a Sentry Ward, is able to get the kill. Tiny's able to get the kill on top of that Nick Assassin, who almost Vendetta'd away, but that Sentry Ward coming out from Crystal Maiden just saving him, or to end his life, sorry. Sentry Ward and Observer Ward placed mid. These guys know that Nick Assassin's level 6. Lycan pops his ulti, or sorry, pops his Howl. And is he level 6 yet? He's not level 6 yet. And we got a fight happening around the backside. Prophet does go down to an Enigma, and his treants will be going down as well. And League of Respectable Gentlemen just struggling to get anything going for them, really. They're mid Batrider. He was able to redeem himself by getting getting a few kills off on top of Tiny and Crystal Maiden as well, but he still did go down. Tiny's gonna go ahead and turn around, try to do what he can against his Slaughter. He does have a haste run up on him, so there's pretty much no way that Slaughter can actually run away. He might be getting tossed back as well. There's a toss coming up from Tiny, beautiful impale coming up from Nick Assassin, armlet up on Slaughter. Big thing to point out. He might have to pop that healing salve to actually go back in for a fight. Meanwhile, we got who's this? Is that Tiny? Yeah, as that was Tiny getting caught out. A beautiful disruption thrown from Shadow Demon on top of Morphin, trying to morph all his agility to strength so he can be a little bit more survivable, but he still does go down on the backside. And there's a Enigma going down as well. And it's a huge turn of events, of course. Lycan's still farming down bottom. Not the most ideal thing in the world for them to have, but he does not have a point in his ulti yet, but he is level 6. He's holding on to that point. He's holding on to that skill point. He doesn't know what to do with it yet. There you go. He puts this on his wolves. He said, I'm going to continue farming. I'm not going to be involved in these fights just yet. It looks like they're going to be relying on Lycan to be a late game carry, because he's not really being all that much bothered. And here we go, guys. We got the towers. Towers taking all the damage. Howl thrown out by Lycan, and we got pings in the jungle. Crystal Maiden is here. Nick Assassin does spot her out. And Nick Assassin might be a little bit trouble. Crystal Maiden turns around, throws out a Sentry Ward, and she might be able to turn around and throw a Frostbite. Yeah, she does throw a Frostbite, but she knows she's in a lot of trouble. Nick Assassin doesn't have really anything to actually do any stuns on top of her, but she doesn't know that.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And Nick Assassin, nope, he won't be going for it. Crystal Maiden able to make it alive, like the longest run of her life. That's what that was. That's what that was, guys. The longest run of her life.
Tower is under attack.
And Slaughter has that has an armlet, like I said before. So let's go and take a look at the items, so I can see what other surprises we have around the map. We got oh man, was that a fight happening down bottom?
Dire's middle tower.
Nope, no fight. Just a little bit standoff. Soul Ring mechanism up on Enigma, pretty big items for him to have. A Blink Dagger will be the next big item for him to have, but he's going to be going for, like I said, they're going to be going for a push-esque strat, or just a whole bunch of minion strats. So he's going for a Necro Book. Lycan is probably going for a Vlad, so he's still going to play a traditional type Lycan. Moving over to the Morphling, he's building himself a look to be a Lincoln Speed. He has a Ring of Cool Up, which I actually really like that choice as opposed to going straight for it. Batrider has his Blink Dagger up, and he also has Check People, so he can actually be really apt to chase And he's actually going to be turning around and go for something. He gets frostbitten by Crystal Maiden, not the most ideal thing in the world. And Barrett's trying to go for the kill on top of this Tiny. Tiny, able to make it out alive. That Sentry Ward is all I had to say. That Sentry Ward. Shadow Demon trying to run away while he can. Enigma doesn't have a stun for another few seconds. Crystal Maiden gets a frostbite, so it doesn't really matter. That's a Malif is going to be followed up. Defensive disruption used. Slaughter's coming in for the fight. He gets stunned out by the Tiny, and there's oh my gosh, the black hole to transition into it. Prophet can't do anything. Prophet can't do anything but just stand there and look at him. I just heard Nick Assassin. Nick Assassin coming around the corner. He might be going for kill on top of his Tiny. That's pretty much the only person he can actually go for. They ping it for him. They want him to go for it, but I don't think he'll be able to actually get the kill. Especially with the Sentry Ward over here, he's going to go for it, impale, everything getting thrown out, and he needs just one. No, it wasn't fast enough. The mechanism popped by Enigma, well timed by him. Stun thrown out by Tiny around the backside, and here's Slaughter coming in. He throws out he gets the kill on top of Tiny. So pretty cool for him. There's a bash thrown on top of Enigma. There's also a stun as well. More stuns thrown out, stuns galore. Double kill for Slaughter. That's a person you want to have the kills, especially in this instance when they need Slaughter to have the best possible start he possibly can have. Lycan pops his ulti so he can actually run away. Summons himself a few wolves, and he's going to be hanging out in his home base. Healing up a little bit. Meanwhile, we got Morphling in a little bit of trouble. He will be able to morph around the corner, trying to juke this Batrider, but Batrider is just being as insistent as possible. Morphling TPing out now. And it's almost like he wasn't ever there. Blink Dagger and Batrider, like I called out before. What else do we see? We could potentially see Morphling go for. Nah, that'd be weird. That's what I say. We could potentially see Morphling go for a Necro Book, but nah, that'd be stupid. Don't worry, guys. Ignore me. I'm drunk, obviously. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Necro Book coming up on Enigma though, so I'm pretty happy to see that. Actually, you know, he went for Treads. Whoa. Aw. Darn it, Enigma. Why you prove me wrong? So he did go for Treads. Actually, everybody has Treads on the side of the Dire, so. Stay Free are just doing well all around. They say, hey, let's all go for the Tread strat, and they're going for that. No Necro Book, just Shadow Enigma. I'm sad to see that. I'm sad to say, guys, I was wrong, sadly. These guys can go for that tower here. TP coming in from Prophet. Prophet's TPing in to defend. He throws out his Treants, and he says, go Treants, go forth and defend my tower. Meanwhile, we see the whole entire Stay Free team are down here. We have somebody who's a Slaughter, puts his mid tower. He's trying to get it down as fast as possible can. He's going to turn the arm on so he can do a little bit more damage to it. He doesn't know where everybody else is, but everybody on the side of Stay Free, which is the Dire side, are down bottom. Stun coming up from Tiny to initiate the fight. He uses a toss on top of a few people. Lycan pops his ulti. These guys will be going for a fight. More for the beautiful wave form coming in and killing a few people, or killing one person. And Lycan will be able to potentially turn around and throw out the or get the tower down. They're going to turn around and try to go for the kill on top of Nick Assassin. Nick Assassin a little bit trouble. Uses negative urn charge on top of Crystal Maiden. Just to spite Crystal Maiden. And Slaughter is in a little bit trouble. He gets tossed back into everything. Double kill coming out from Tiny. And Crystal Maiden throws a celebratory ulti out. To say, hey bro, I'm still relevant in this game. That's right. So this is, oh man, that was a team wipe. Whoa, crap, I forgot. Totally missed that. That was a team wipe, guys. I thought Slaughter was still pushing that mid tower. He could have potentially just rotated top and continued farming, but hey, hindsight's 2020, right, guys? Hindsight's 2020. And oh man, Roshan, they're gonna go for Roshan. The Radiant do know about this. They ping it instantly. They're gonna be going in for it. We got a TP coming in mid from Enigma. I didn't know Enigma died, but that's a quick Roshan. That's a free Roshan. Vladimir's offering is up on Lycan, but it's not on your Lycan right now. So no life still coming around. Batrider, oh my gosh, he's getting a beautiful casket, pulling Lycan out. And Aegis does get picked up by Morphling instead, and Batrider does lose his life in the process. Nick Assassin pops that Vendetta. He wants to go in for a kill on top of somebody. This is a quick pick up, is all he really wants. There's a Sentry Ward down here by the Radiant, so they know if there's any more Sentry Wards around the corner. And Nick Assassin going to be backing away while he can. He doesn't want to be here anymore. So Morphling getting closer and closer to that Lincoln Sphere. He has 1,400 gold in his bank account. He's probably going to be going for the Ultimate Orb. Of course, going to be going for Ultimate Orb. He could potentially go for a Yasha before he finishes the Lincoln Sphere, but Lincoln Sphere might be the best thing for him to go for. Especially considering the fact that there's a Batrider who has his ulti up. Of course, it won't block everything from the side of the on the side of the League of Respectable Gentlemen, which is the Radiant side, of course. But it will definitely help out if Batrider decides to use his last soul on top of Batrider. So if Batrider decides to use the last soul on top of Morphling, jeez. It could potentially save his life even if Slaughter throws out a stun. I think it blocks the stun. I'm not too sure. Or maybe it just blocks the damage, which will suck. Slaughter getting mad. There's a cloud on top of that thing and it says, hey bro, you die now. And I'm down in the courage up on Lycan, so Lycan's ready to fight anywhere and everywhere on the map. He says, hey, you can throw all your cute things that you want. I'm gonna kill you anyway. Taking a look at real fast at the vision on the side of the Radiant. If you look at the oh man, hold on, we see a big fight happening around the backside. It's the worst possible time to actually do that. F1 is what I want to hit. Barrett gets the last one on top of, I think it was Enigma. Enigma is probably in the perfect spot to actually throw his ulti. He could potentially throw it out, but he's probably going to save it. He will save it for his next life. I don't think he has buyback right now, but if he did, he probably could buy back and go for a fight. Cruiserman getting picked off on the backside. Slaughter trying to go do as much damage as possible. Batrider able to pick out the kill on top of Crimson Maiden. And Lycan Wolves trying to defend that tower. Just kill as many creeps as they possibly can.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They find Nick Sasson. Nick Sasson gets stunned on top of Lycan because Lycan attack, and Lycan doesn't have enough mana for his ulti. Now he does, but it's a little bit too late. He can't pop his ulti right now. Morphling able to pick out the kill on top of Nick Sasson at the back end of all of it. And Slaughter stutter stepping like a boss, able to get the kill on top of Morphling. Morphling does go down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And he's ready to fight. Say, hey, come back here, bro. You know you want to fight me. Morphling trying to move it forward as fast as possibly can. Try to see if he can find anybody, but there's nobody left. Everybody just scattered like cockroaches on the side of the League of Respectable Gentlemen. The League of Respectable Gentlemen. What's the rating side? Ooh, cool. I heard a cool ping. I love that sound. Ah, man, it makes such a cool sound. Why'd they do it twice?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We're communicating. Cool. Anyway, so they're just pinging saying, hey, you should be here, you should be there. Or maybe they're just pinging around the map, but they're pinging this general area. So I think they're saying, hey, kill this tower, and then we want to fight them right about here. And I really don't know why it's doing double lines for me. That's like the weirdest thing in the world. That's baffling to me. But for some reason, whenever I draw on the map, like if I draw on the mini-map, it does double lines, but when I draw here, it does single lines. So anyway, all that said, the Dire want to go for that tower, and they want to run the crap away afterwards. Batrider blinks forward, tries to find somebody. He might be able to find himself a free Lycan, but Lycan's a little bit too far away. Since you are thrown out by Crimson Maiden, they know the Nick Sasson. There's an ulti thrown out by Crimson Maiden as well. Says, hey, why not? Let's just make sure these guys don't come into his place. And Nick Sasson getting picked off. That was probably the most obvious Nick Sasson kill ever. Because Batrider's chasing pretty darn hard. And Nick Sasson, he was obviously invisible following you. So, good awareness on the side of Stay Free. I must say that much. So there's a very, very offensive ward placed over here by the Dire side, and actually that's another thing I want to do. I want to take a look at the vision, but I decided to pick the worst possible time to do it. So taking a look at the Radiant vision, you can see the Radiant can pretty much see things on their side of the map, but if you look at the Dire, they can see probably everything on the map, or everything important that is. They can see where the Radiant rotate around the backside with this ward placed down over here. They can also see who's farming the Ancients. Actually, no, they can't. Never mind. That's just a rogue creep just hanging up here. They can pretty much see who's running, like when they decide to run. Well, when they decide to run over here, or over there. So this way, oh jeez, this way or that way. They can see all that. I can see Roshan respawns in 5 minutes. So that means Aegis will be reclaimed in 1 minute. If actually no, it was already used. Was it already used? Yeah, it was. Batrider TPing out, and I actually need to turn my vision back on. Sorry about that. He's going to turn his vision all the way back on. Batrider to build himself a Hooded Defiance. Really good choice to go for, especially versus a Crystal Maiden who's getting a little bit too much with her ulti. Because that thing does a crap ton of damage, guys. I don't know if you guys know that. What's it? Hold on. Who is it? Explosion radius 320 or 230. 105 damage per explosion, and it does a lot of explosions in a short amount of time. 7 seconds. 7 second full channel. Yeah, last 7 seconds. Nick Sasson just got himself an item. I think it was his magic wand, or maybe it was a bracelet. I don't know. Oh, Smoking Seed, of course. Smoking Seed picked up by Shadow Demon by the looks of it. These guys are going to go for something. Slaughter is moving forward. He doesn't have a blink dagger to do, so he can't necessarily initiate. But who needs a blink dagger when you have a Barrow with a blink dagger? Barrow able to pull up the Tiny get exploded essentially. Nick Assassin pops his Vendetta. They're going to continue the chase. And I think the Dire are definitely just pedaling back as fast as they possibly can. TP coming in from Morphling to the mid tower. He doesn't want to lose anything. And Nick Assassin still run away. He does. Oh my gosh, he finds a courier. That was a huge kill for him. I think there was something big inside of that too. Nick Assassin was spotted out by the Central Ward though. And he will be losing his life, but he got the courier, so that's all that really matters. Meanwhile, I heard Morphling's Blink is very good pop. These guys are blinking forward. Tiny blinks forward. He did go for the blink dagger, but he didn't go for the arcane boots like I thought he was going for. He is still going for the Ags or carry type Tiny. We'll probably see that point boost to come up on him soon. But he does have those drums, which are really nice, especially for his, which are really nice for his attack speed. Lycan on the other hand, Lycan has himself a medallion of courage and a Vladimir's offering. Really nice team fight items, all around. Really nice team fight items. Crystal Maiden has himself power trades, big item for her to have as far as a Crystal Maiden goes. And Tiny gets a beautiful stun around the corner. He probably wanted to toss somebody, but nobody was around to toss. And Batrunner could potentially just go in and get the kill on top of Tiny if Tiny's still around the corner. But he is backing away very smartly. So here's a here's a Batrunner blinking forward, trying to catch somebody. He catches a Crystal Maiden instead, and there's Lycan. Lycan's mad. He pops his ult. He's gonna go for something. He gets Enigma stunning himself with the spike carrots. Well-timed spike carrots coming out for Nick's Assassin. And Enigma just not able to actually do too much with that big black hole. Or with that black hole he just got. Who was that? That was a Lycan going down. Was that a Lycan?
Bottom tower is under attack.
Is that Lycan? That looked weird.
Invisibility.
Maybe that was Lycan Wolf. I don't really know. I think that was Lycan. I'm pretty sure that was Lycan, guys. Yeah, that was definitely Lycan, but that looked weird. So Lycan did go down. Morphling picks himself up in Invis rune. He might be able to find himself a Barrow. I think he scattered him out. So he sees Barrow to come on the backside. But he's pretty much the only one left that can actually do a whole bunch of damage. Tiny can help out, but Tiny probably wants a GTFO right now. He turns around, blinks out, throws out a toss on top of Nick Assassin. Nick Assassin gets stunned up by the stun from Tiny, but he didn't feel the damage from it. What was that? Anyway, there's a long story short, Nick Assassin does go down. Crystal Maiden throws out the ulti, beautiful ulti for her. Stun coming up for Slaughter, stopping that Crystal Maiden, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Slaughter still goes down. There's a Howl thrown by Lycan. These guys want to push now. They need to push now. And I think Howl should be back up by the time they get to the next tower. It's going to take them a long time to get all the way down to this tower over here. And why does it do that? Like see, it's doing double ping. It's my sad face. It does double pings. Anyway. Roshan spawns in another minute, as you guys can see. I really do love that updater, because like it was so painful to like look at this and say, oh, it spawns in about, you know, another 30 hours or 25 seconds or 2 minutes. It's kind of hard to tell because like I don't know, it's just weird. It's just weird. It probably makes sense to somebody, just not me. So as you guys can see right there, Roshan will spawn in relatively soon. The Radiant are starting to rotate around towards it. Will they be going to go for it, essentially, is a big question. Next Assassin is here. He's ready to go Vendetta and go for a kill on top of somebody. And I actually need to take a look at the levels. As far as I've been neglecting to look at the levels. As far as the levels go, we see Morphling is the only one who has level 3 with his ulti, which is probably not the most useful thing in the world. I think that means that, yeah, that increases the cast range. Cool. And duration. Those are actually good things to increase. So that means he could be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Liberal. He can be a little bit more liberal with how he uses his replicates when he gets to level 16. Boy, actually, he has a level 16. Tiny is level 16 as well. He has one piece to his Aghanim Scepter right now. He is going to be going for all three pieces at once. Nope, he gets 2 pieces, and Radiant's Courier does go down. More gold for Tiny. He's pretty happy about that. He almost has Ags actually. So he's probably going to continue to farm while his team does whatever they want. Lycan can actually solo his Roshan if he really wants to. But he will have the help of his allies here. Medallion of Courage from Lycan, that Roshan's going to be going out so fast, it's not even funny. Medallion of Courage is basically decreasing Roshan's resistance to physical damage by quite a bit. Morphling does DC, Roshan does go down, and there's a pause by the Crystal Maiden. I think Morphling wants to pick it up, which is actually bad. Nobody from the Radiant can actually respond fast enough because Prophet's way over here. And Slaughter is way over here, so they're a little bit ways away. So just give Crystal Maiden the Aegis. That's a good idea. Wait, I gotta be timing this, don't I? Whoops, sorry. Where's my timer? There it is. Aww. Darn it. Ah, I wasn't fast enough for trigger finger, guys. Darn it. Dadgummit. So anyway, as it officially stands, you basically have, yeah, like I said, Morphin probably wants to pick up the Aegis. So he does pick up Aegis and he waveforms away towards the creeps. He goes and kills things around the corner. Because why not? And this game's actually lasting a decent amount of time. It's no real true clear winner right now. Both sides can have the potential to win or lose. Barrett throws out his ulti on top of somebody. He gets his ulti on top of Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden does go down. And Prophet TP's in just to help out. Just to make sure everything went down well. And get ready to fight. And look at all these Sentry Wards. It's like a line of Sentry Wards around here. That is crazy. This guy say, hey, Sentry Ward, Sentry Ward, Sentry Ward, Sentry Ward. And we got more drawings on the map. I think, yeah, Avanti on the side of the League Respectable gentlemen say, hey, let's push this top tower, because if we can push on this top tower, we'll have to make more room for us to actually do stuff. Which I actually definitely do agree with. And who's this being the brave one up forward? That's a Slaughter being the brave one. He has no Blink Dagger. And he just got a Replicate made of him. I don't think a Replicate can actually stun, or bash. Slaughter taking a lot of damage, turns around, tries to man up. He wants to man up versus Tiny. Tiny runs away. BKB popped already, that's a big thing to point out. And oh my god, Enigma getting a beautiful ulti off. He gets tossed by Tiny, who cancels it very sadly. I think he had a good 2 seconds left. We got BKBs popped everywhere. BKB up on Lycan as well. And Slaughter's on the run. Slaughter's trying to get out. He doesn't want to die right now. And we got Morphling getting a double kill on top of 2 people. I didn't see who it was, but he got a kill on top of them. Meanwhile, Barrett trying to get a last on top of Morphling. Morphling might be going down. Just a little bit more damage is all he needed. But he will not go down. And that's a team wipe. I think that's the second team wipe I've seen. Is that the second team wipe? On the same team, or is that a team wipe? I don't know. It's a team wipe nonetheless. I can actually check on the graphs. As far as the graphs go, let's see.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Update. Why do you know update? Oh, it's not gonna tell me. It's sad. Or did they just die that fast? I know, kind of hard to tell, but they all died at the same time. It's all that matters. And that was essentially a team up. Like I said, Tiny's gonna. Tiny has his Aegis up. That's a big thing for him to have. Next thing he wants is a Hyperstone, or potentially just a Yasha. I honestly like Yasha better, but Hyperstone builds into an AC, which Tiny does need, versus a Slaughter, because Slaughter can just give him like, what was it, negative 25 armor or something like that, or negative 18. I don't know. I don't remember too clearly, guys. Negative 20 armor at max level, which is quite a bit. Barrett found himself a Morphling, he also found himself a Tiny. He doesn't want to throw his ulti on top of Morphling's jet. So he turns around, he decides to use it on top of Tiny instead, and Tiny's gonna be getting pulled into the worst place possible. He goes down. Pretty easy. Slaughter pops his BKB. He wants to go for the kill on top of Lycan. Lycan trying to run away. If Slaughter can get one bash, there we go. That's the bash that he needed. And Lycan suddenly things have turned against Lycan. Aegis will be reclaimed in 3 minutes, as you guys see right there. Thanks for pointing that out, DotA. Totally want to see that right now. And Morphling trying to get himself a kill. So that Lincoln CDS, that Lincoln's cooldown indeed. Morphling, Bat Rider trying to get out while he can. He gets himself a kill on top of Crystal Maiden. And he also gets himself a kill on top of nobody else. Morphling's still chasing at dead. He's still dropped. Geometry dropped on the ground. Somebody needs to pick that up. Enigma converges some Eidolons, and nobody's gonna pick up that Lincoln's. Nobody's gonna pick up the gem. Oh man, they didn't see the gem. The fire was in the way. Are you kidding me? So there's a gem on the ground in the middle of nowhere. Slaughter has himself a Blink Dagger. Big item for him to have. But it's not on his person just yet. He's going to be getting stunned to death, and he might be going down. He can actually turn around and throw it, or go for the kill on top of this Morphling. Aegis will be popped, and a lot of damage getting done to Slaughter. He needs to be very careful. That Midnight Pulse does do quite a bit of damage. Ulti thrown from Barrett on top of Morphling. Morphling in a lot of trouble. Morphling getting bashed to death, and he does go down. 2 Nature's Prophet. And there's a gem. These guys are pinging saying, hey bro, there's a gem right here. It's like, go get that gem. There's a gem over there. Somebody get it. And that was a Crystal Maiden who was pinging that, I think. I think she's the one who dropped it. So she knows that the Radiant probably didn't see that. Looking at the items, like I said, power treads all around, and this is weird. It's like, okay, all right, so that's what they do. They do organize the items. Okay, cool. So power trades all around on the side of the Dire, like I called way earlier. Sheep Stick up on Prophet, Shadow Blade as well. That'll definitely help him out as far as pushing. No Hand of Midas instead. He has a Sheep Stick, which I like better. We have a drum up on Nyx Assassin just to give his team that extra oomph when the team fights do break out. Slaughter has his Blink Dagger, Bat Rider has his Blink Dagger and a Force Staff, so he's extremely mobile. And he also has a Hooded Defiance. Meanwhile, Mechanism's up on Shadow Demon. And that's really it. Moving over to the side of the Dire, Lincoln Spirit, Yasha already up on Morphling. Morphling probably looking to build that Mantis style as soon as he possibly can, but he is dead right now, so that means he's lost a little bit of gold. He will have enough for that ultimate orb though. I think he wants to buy it all at once. Maybe he should just go for the ultimate orb and call it a day. Yep, goes for the ultimate orb. I think the recipe for it costs 1,200. 900, darn it. I was getting that wrong. It's like something, it's AC. AC costs, a recipe costs 1,200. That's what it is. That's definitely what it is. That's my excuse, I'm sticking to it. Mechanism up on Enigma, he's had that for a while. BKB as well, that's helped him get a few nice ultimates on him. If only Tiny didn't toss his own ally. And also the Vladimir's offering up on Lycan, so that's really helpful for him. As far as things to talk about around the map, not really much to be honest, and I'm just like trying to rest my voice a little bit because I know there's a potential for at least one more game. Or hold on, there's guaranteed to be at least one more game because this is a best of 3. But there's a potential for 3 games, and I don't want to kill my voice right now. These guys are playing extremely cautious on both sides. We got a smoke up on the side of the League of Respectable Gentlemen. They want to go for something. I'm not too sure what they'll be going for, but there's a TP out from Morphling. He did replicate down bottom with his team. And these guys are going to go ahead and go for a quick push down the bottom tower, which they can definitely go for. Tiny blinks forward, throws a creep, and gets a kill on top of all those. And I think the Radiant are really out of position to actually defend this.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Thankfully, Lycan's Howl is on cooldown for another 17 seconds, but it doesn't really matter. Tiny just eats the tower alive.
Tower has fallen.
And the courier might be getting cut off. Double damage picked up by Nyx Assassin. That'll help out once he uses his Vendetta, but that's really about it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It looks like Chris Manning got her gem, and Lycan doing a lot of damage getting dealt to him. He dies instantly. Beautiful play coming out from Slaughter. Just lucky with this everything. Ulti thrown by Enigma. I think it missed everything completely. That's a huge server event. Chris Manning challenged her ulti, kept us out 1, and I think she slowed down the Bat Rider a little bit. Bat Rider's still trying to run away while he can. He gets frostbitten, and he goes down. And oh man, this makes it very saddening to me because Slaughter had a beautiful initiation by his part. He basically popped his BKB, blinked forward, threw out a cloud on top of Lycan, got the stun and everything worked out perfectly for him. But after that, pretty much after that, Enigma misses ulti, and I think that sealed the fate for those guys. Enigma misses ulti on. Even if he did catch his ulti, I think I'm only calling like one person. And oh wait, sorry, they're on different teams. Whoops, sorry guys. They're on totally different teams. I don't know. Wait. What happened? Hold on. Long story short, Enigma misses ulti, but I don't think it really mattered. It really didn't matter. Slaughter turns around, throws out a cloud on top of Tiny, makes sure Tiny can just feel bad about being here. Not really much you can do about that. Ulti thrown out from Shadow Demon on top of Tiny. Tiny tosses the Slaughter back into base, so Slaughter can't do it. Enigma will be the one who gets caught out. There's a cloud thrown on top of him, and Slaughter doing all the damage in the world. No AC up on him just yet, so he's not attacking all that fast, but he's still attacking pretty much fast. Tiny has himself a Mantis style up. That would be a huge item for him to have. And the courier for the Dire did get cut off. I totally missed that before, but it did get cut off. Huh. Anywho, Morphling just farming out some creeps in the jungle. Nyx Assassin has a medallion courage, cool. That's one big thing to point out. He could basically use it on top of Tiny and make sure Tiny has more negative armor thrown on top of him. Or he could potentially use it on top of Lycan and make sure Lycan goes down a little bit easier. Basically, Slaughter was able to kill Lycan that easily because he just had negative 20 armor. I mean, that's really it. Negative 20 armor. I think that's like the maximum of your diminishing returns on the negative armor. But negative 20, like if you have negative 20 armor, like of course Lycan has base armor already. But if you have like, say you have 0 armor, somebody uses a Slaughter's ulti on you, which takes your armor down by 20, then you'll have negative 20 armor. That's probably like the most damage that you could possibly feel in that. And it basically just means that your effective HP is reduced by your effective HP from physical damage is reduced by 6% for every 1 armor that you don't have. So that's 6 times 20. That's 120%. You're actually feeling an additional 120% damage or something like that, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty darn crazy. So Roshan is going to be getting done by Lycan. He's gonna, bro, I'm going to go ahead and solo this, and he decides against it. And he's going to backs out very smartly. So Morphlin made a replicate of the Lycan, and now Batrider gets the ulti on top of somebody. He gets the ulti on top of Chris Maiden not feeling pretty happy about this. She does go down. Big black hole coming out from an angle, catching 4 inside of it. Tiny throws out his stun as well, and they got BKBs popped all around the map, and everybody goes down. Oh my god. That was huge. Holy crap. They said PGG black hole. That was a PGG black hole. Oh man. That was the exact opposite of PGG black hole. And Crucimated got caught with the Firefly, and then Enigma just blinked in, threw out his ulti, popped his BKB, threw his ulti, and oh my gosh, that was devastating. It caught everybody essentially. Everybody except for one person, but it didn't really matter. They caught all the important people, and that's the 3rd Roshan as well. So I really do hope you guys bet that these guys will have 3 Roshans, because if you didn't, then your compendiums are messed up.
Double damage.
Just a little joke. Just a little joke. There's no compendium counting here. Meanwhile, we got Tiny just going all in. He's going full retard. He said, I want to kill a Shadow Demon. And he's not going to be able to. Actually, he took quite a bit of damage. He needs to go ahead and pop his Mantis down and just back away. He has help in the form of Lycan. And the middle barracks does go down. Meanwhile, we got Tiny blinking out, and Nick Stetson pops his Spike Carapace. Very, very weird pop of Spike Carapace. He might want to go ahead and pop his ulti, just so he can make it alive. But no, it doesn't matter. He doesn't make it alive. Tiny gets one more slap in the face, and there goes, and Nick Stetson going down. Boom goes the Dynamite. Meanwhile, Batrider is going to be catching off an Enigma. Enigma getting pulled all the way back into the bases. Oh man, as soon as I get out, they pull me right back in. And Tiny's the target that they want to go for. Mechanism popped by Enigma. Tiny still having a lot of HP left. And there's a BKB popped by Slaughter. And there's a cheese eaten by Tiny. Very beautiful bait coming out from these guys. Enigma did give Tiny his cheese at like the last second. And Tiny says, hey bro, you want to kill me? Nope, no kill for you. And Slaughter bit off a little bit more he could chew. And he goes down. GG well played. Thrown out by Slaughter. GG well played. GG well played. And Stayfly just dominating that game. Like, well, not to say dominating the game, but just pulling out in the end. Their strategy did work out towards the end. The Radiant had a better strategy in the earlier game, but it was extremely fragile because it was really relying on Slaughter to just get out of hand. But Slaughter couldn't really hit that stride. Yeah, he got the blink out. He has BKB. He has armament, but that wasn't enough. Anyway, pops his BKB and throws down a Midnight Pulse. And that's in the game. Cool. So GG well played. The first victory does go to Stay Free. Jeez, the first victory does go to Stay Free. So this is, like I said, a best of 3. So it's one more, or at least one more game left. It could potentially be 2. Let's hope it goes to 2. Let's hope it goes a full round, because I want to give you guys the most videos possible, and this is make it that much more fun. So let me go ahead and start off the next lobby, and I'll see you guys whenever. Or sorry, see you guys next game. Jeez, I'm too used to saying that.